Of course. Thank you, Kathleen. I always mute myself just to be safe. Welcome in, you guys. Thank you so much for coming in. Hope you're having a fabulous week. I don't know about you, but it feels like it's taken a long time. I am inviting you guys on panel if you want to chat today. So the topic is I got an alert, just like many of you may have, that Gypsy Rose has started a YouTube channel. And we're going to take a look at that. Before we start talking, I do want to throw up some information about these nonprofits that she and her mom took part in or applied for, I guess is a good way to say it. And while I do that, stand by for a second. I'm going to put back up that backstage. If you want to join and chat about this for a little bit with us, please feel comfortable. You don't have to show yourself. You can just be an avatar if you want. I'm going to double check on something real quick and I will be right back. If you were considering donating to any organizations, these are the ones I would suggest to take a look into. At the bottom of your screen, you're going to see a banner here that shows where you would go to donate. This is what the websites should look like. And you want to directly, of course, always try to donate directly to these organizations. We're talking about Habitat for Humanity and Make-A-Wish Foundation. All right, just checking on something. So we are going to jump into it. If there's anyone who, wants to jump up, just shout at me in the chat and I will bring you up. So I'm trying to think of where we should start first, but what I think we should do is talk about what's kind of been the gossip lately. And that is these text messages with Ken and supposedly with Ryan. If you didn't see, hey there, James. Thank you for jumping in. If you did not see this, hit TMZ. And Don Schmidt, yes, I love your comments. This is a complete freak show. And yeah, oops, I had the wrong banner up. Someone should have told me. I'm learning StreamYard every day, and I have Amy to thank for that, for helping me out. Yes, this is an interesting thing going on here. I will say I have been on panel on other channels, and I always don't feel comfortable talking about it, but as James knows, I have a background in television, working in news stations and working in production for film crews, things like that. No huge role in movie help production, just more like helping with set lighting, things like that. But major news was my primary career focus. So I'm going to tell you guys, a lot of these shows are highly scripted, not word for word, but they will give you a scenario that they want you to follow, and then you take off with it. I'm not saying that everything is fake in this show by any means, but they are playing a little bit with the narrative of where the show is going and what direction they want to take it. So, Don, I agree with you, and I think it is intentional. They're doing it intentionally to get you to keep watching, to get you to subscribe to the extra bonus scenes and all that comes with it. Carrie, I'm going to throw you up here. You feel sorry for Ken. He was um duped and he was gullible. You know, I do not have a psychology background by any means, but I will say there is a lot of psychological games being played. And I think that Gypsy was taught this at a very young age. Also, gals just joining in, if you want to jump on panel tonight, I am allowing people to, let me go pin that again. Jump on and share what they think. So please feel free to if you want to. I know some of you just jumped in here. So let's take a look at the text message if I can, a little more full screen. I don't know if I can get it any. I'm like scared to mess with this. Let's see. There we go. No, not really. Have you guys seen these text messages? Word is that these text messages are real. I did reach out to Ryan. I reached out to Ken to ask if they were real. I did not get a response. These text messages came from TMZ. We all know things can be photoshopped. And knowing some people that do work in the digital TMZ realm, they do fact check and source check and do all of that. So I do think these text messages are probably real, but the context of the text messages, I don't think were intentional in the way that they're trying to paint a picture of Ryan Anderson as being homophobic. We've seen Ryan at the LSU games, at concerts, at events, taking photos with fans that are gay fans, bisexual fans. He doesn't seem to have an issue with that. So personally, I don't believe that that Ryan is homophobic. I think that these texts, if anything, were probably leaked by Gypsy. And the reason why I think that is because this new YouTube page has been launched and they got to keep stirring the pot, keep it going, keep you talking about her. What I'm doing right now, I'm talking about her. I'm giving her time to talk, right? So we will take a look at the channel. And I do want to take a little second here to also show some of the show from last week. But right now I also pulled up a little something else, is where she's promoting the new YouTube page. And remember, she said she was going to stay off TikTok here for a while. Well, that did not happen for very long now, did it? I think she said she took 10 minutes to tell us that she was going to be taking a social media break. And then I feel like she didn't take a social media break. She got right back on and right back to it. And hey, Carrie. So there is the announcement on TikTok. Those are the texts. This was the original argument that the show was kind of based on. If you don't watch the show, now these are old text messages, you guys, between Ryan and Gypsy. I believe the two of them have been communicating the entire time. And one night she got emotional, texts Ryan and says, I don't know what to believe anymore. Are you really with Amber J? Amber J is someone I chat with as well. And she's doing this whole thing for fun, guys. She's kind of, I call her a comedian. I tell her, I go, you should start your own comedy show. You're so funny. She says, thank you. But she does something else with her time. So that's what she's doing. Let's take a look at some of that. Hey, Cuff, you welcome in. Just so you know, I'm letting people jump up here if they want to talk and give their opinion tonight. You would just have to be an avatar if you don't want your picture, or if you don't want to go on camera, feel free. But let's take a look at some of what happened on the show, and then we will get to the new YouTube channel. And the reason I think that we are launching a new YouTube channel is because we didn't get renewed for another season on Lifetime. That is my guess. So you guys are going to notice I do things a little different. I'm not going to share the screen of the entire Lifetime episode. I really like to follow copyright laws, so I'm throwing this up here. And we are going to have this on screen some of the time. We're going to show a little bit of the show. So once I start it, we are going to be rolling and listening. Always, please let me know about the audio. And let's add this to the
father, the biological father, but he's the father on the, Ryan's the father on the birth certificate. That he.
Give me 1 second. Add to.
He has. I texted Ryan and I was like, I can't meet with you. I'm sorry. This is where we're at with it. Ken doesn't feel comfortable, and he has that right, seeing as how he is her father. And he just kind of blew up on me. So
what was his ultimatum to you?
Ryan's ultimatum to me was either meet with me or she stays in Anderson forever. He feels like that was a power play.
Now I want to pause that for a second and just kind of have a conversation. How do you guys feel about Ryan saying that? Do you think he did that because he just wanted to see her and visit her again? Or do you think he legitimately thinks that maybe his baby, and he wants to take a look to make sure that the baby doesn't have features that he has? What are your thoughts? Drop those in the comments section. And James, legal-ish. Yeah, you would be surprised how many people think that just playing videos is fair use, and it's not. When you do show clips, you should be talking along with them, or you could get strike down. But with that said, I do want to give a shout out to all of the producers that work on the Lifetime show here. I have them mentioned. There's just like too many to name. But let's continue and listen here.
A card, like that's a trump card. That Ken is the father, the biological father, but he's the father on the, Ryan's the father on the birth certificate. That he has legal rights to Aurora, and he's playing that card, and that leaves me in a position to kind of wonder, what are his rights, if any? After a string of texts that made me uncomfortable and I was trying to defuse the situation, I said, okay, I am not going to be texting you anymore. And I feel like
So we'll show those text messages that she's talking about. She told people that this text message came out. Where's my text? When she was postpartum, feeling emotional. And I will explain to you, since you don't really know who's who, and it's hard. I mean, the characters, there's so many kind of people involved. You have Nick, who was the original boyfriend who took part in the murder of the mother. He is behind bars for life. No contact. They can't have contact. They don't have contact. When Gypsy was in prison, she started having pen pal communication with Ryan Anderson and with Ken. So at one point, she's dating Ken while she's in prison, and then Ken dumped her. He claims he dumped her because he wanted her to find herself because eventually she was going to be released from prison because she only had a 10-year sentence. I also think he probably admitted to her on the down low that this is just too much for me. You're, you know, getting movies released about you. It's making me uncomfortable. So they break up. She starts communications with Ryan Anderson. Ryan Anderson, who is the bigger guy that you see in the pictures and the photos. She marries Ryan while in prison. Although family says, don't do it, don't do it. She did it. And then Gypsy gets released from prison. And as you can see, that didn't go well. Within a couple months of living together, she was out on parole. She was living in the home with him, as a married couple, a husband and wife. And as you know, when you live with someone, James, you're gonna laugh because I know you find this funny because you and I talk about this all the time. You really get to know someone when you live with them. You get to know their little ticks and things that drive you nuts. And I think Gypsy had this fantasy in her mind of what a relationship should be like or what it will be like. And it wasn't that at all. So, kind of to bring you up to speed, Gypsy leaves Ryan for Ken. So she goes back to the ex-boyfriend. And the two of them got pregnant. Well, Gypsy got pregnant, but she had a baby while still married to Ryan with her ex-boyfriend, Ken, if that makes sense to you. Because I know you said that you get mixed up by the two of them. So you're saying you feel sorry for Ryan, not Ken. I kind of have a hard time with it. I wish I understood Ryan and what he found attractive about Gypsy. And I'm not trying to sound shallow by any means, but if you saw some of the photos of her when she was first locked up, she looked like a 9-year-old girl. Her head, which, you know what, not even a girl. And I don't mean this in a hateful way. She almost looked like a boy because her mother was shaving her head. So I'm trying to figure out what he was attracted to. Was he attracted to her in the beginning, or was it these love letters that started the romance? That's kind of where I'm trying to figure it out. Ryan is a special education teacher down in Louisiana, and I have respect for him for doing that. You all know that I'm a huge autism advocate because of a personal connection to it with family here. What Ryan does is a very hard job, and there's not a lot of people specialized in that field who have the patience to deal with children who have special needs. Oh no, you're fine. And feel free, Cuff, if you want to join up on panel here in a little bit too after we watch these clips. Even though you're from your phone, it doesn't matter. So where were we? So she has her baby, and there is this weird law in Louisiana, which seems weird to me. And it's almost like the law we have here in Georgia. You can't buy alcohol before noon on Sunday. Even though you can go to church and have a sip of wine, doesn't make sense to me. So in Louisiana, Ryan Anderson, the husband, even though she was divorced, her last name was still Anderson. The baby's name on the birth certificate was Anderson. In order to have it changed to the father's name, the biological father's name, Ryan would have had to sign some paperwork, which he didn't do right away. And he kind of held that over her head. So what we had here is just a lot of back and forth for a couple weeks. And then finally, this text message happens between Ken, it looks like, answers Gypsy's phone, and the two of them get into it. There is rumor that Ryan may lose his job over this. I am digging into this. Do have some friends who work down in the news stations down there. They don't really like follow entertainment news. However, if a special education teacher were to get let go for some type of behavior like this, they're going to do a story on it and they're going to dig into it. So they have not been able to do an interview with him. He's just kind of laying low, being quiet. However, you do see him on Cameo. And from what I've heard, he still has his job. He also finished his last day of school yesterday. It's very weird to think about this, but if you know what a speech pathologist is, they have kind of a special degree in something, and they get paid a little more than some teachers. So here in Georgia, Ryan would make a little more money than most teachers because he has a specialized degree in special education. Don't know what it's like down in Louisiana, but he may be contracted. Now, when you're contracted, you make more money. So what they could do is just not renew his contract if they want to. But from what I've heard, there's been no movement, no decision made. Amy Bones, I'm going to bring you up here because I know why you're thinking this and I know where you came from. The reason I reached out to the media contact for the school is to get comment, because I'm a former journalist and I do some freelance work still. So I don't go by speculation and rumors online. If people are saying, oh, Ryan got fired, or I heard Ryan got fired, I go directly to Ryan and I go directly to the school system for comment. And Ryan did let his employer know about these text messages before they hit TMZ. And this is why I'm kind of trying to explain that sometimes these shows are scripted. I can't say for sure if this was a part of the promotion and all of that, but that is the reason I reached out. And I know you may not have watched my channel, and that's okay. And if you're not a fan of my channel, that's okay too. But it wasn't contacting his job in the sense of saying, hey, did you see those text messages? And I think when I was on panel the other night on Morbid's channel, people thought that's what I meant. And that was not what I meant. It is confirming or denying or getting a statement in regards to people saying that Ryan is going to lose his job, which at this time he is not losing his job. But not sure how they do it down there. Is anyone in our chat from that area? Here in Georgia, you don't know if your contract is getting renewed until about August. So you could go all summer not knowing that you are going to pretty much have a job. And that's pretty scary. But Carrie, don't be worried. Right now, there's no rumor to him. There's no confirmation to the rumor that he lost his job. I will keep you posted if I hear anything else. And when a teacher loses a job, yes, a press release does come out. I can promise you, I'm not the only person who has reached out on this. I'm sure TMZ reached out on it, and every news station in the South has reached out. And why? Because if they get the statement, they get an interview with Ryan, boom, gold for their ratings or for their website. So that's kind of how that works. Let's get back to this clip and have a listen.
If I would, it would just make the situation worse. So I did call my lawyer right away, and I was like, I want to know the situation we're in. Does he have a right to her or not? And it turns out he doesn't. He may be the father on the birth certificate, but that doesn't mean he has parental rights. She gave me the advice of we could do a court order to establish paternity. And I said, yes, can we please do that? A test will be taken, a hearing will be had, and the court will observe the test, and then we'll go from there. And I guess it's wrapped after that. Paternity is established. The plan for today is we're gonna go to my lawyer's office, and Ken has to file to establish paternity. Her assistant gave me a call this morning, and I paid the fee. Now I asked if that fee included another test or if that's extra, and her explanation was it can be included depending on how much trouble Ryan gives us.
Which, as we've seen, will be a lot, I'm sure.
He's just a dick right now. He's being a dick.
Yeah. Showing his true colors.
100%.
He has been for a while, though.
Yeah, I'm not going to let
Signing
him
the
use
papers.
my kid as a chess piece. Like,
No.
Nope.
There's a part of me that understands why Ryan reacted the way he did. And it's because he wanted to see me. Because he still loves me.
I love you.
Ryan always made me feel seen. He always saw the person underneath the emotions, the past. But at this point in time, we cannot be friends. If the roles were in reverse, how would I feel if Ken was talking to an ex?
I have no desire to deal with somebody who's in just complete denial of the situation.
I
Like,
got
we have
bail
a-
money.
Huh?
I got bail money.
I got your back.
I'll catch a charge for my
man.
kid, that's for
Oh
sure.
my-
Oh, me too. I catch a charge. You know?
So we're not going to deal with this. We're not going to. Nope. We're just going to go home to Metairie and to do this the right way through the court system, like adults, and he can act like a baby all he wants. I don't care.
Yeah. Because yesterday, I felt like I was in the middle. And I'm like, I had you texting me, I had him going on a rant. And I'm like, let's just all calm down. Okay, we can all be civil and be adults about this. The fact is we need to have this test up. It's his lawyer and Ryan saying that the test that we already took was not good enough. They want a test post-birth.
It's an unfortunate situation, but, you know, we'll just have to get through it, and we will. Gypsy told me everything. The threats he's making, so we're just gonna handle this as quickly as we can. You can call me an ass if you want, but I'm not gonna sit here and babysit the delusions of a man almost 10 years older than me. We're gonna shut it down, and we're gonna move forward.
Well,
That Ken is the father, the biological father, but he's the father on the, Ryan's the father on the birth certificate. That he.
okay. So, yeah, that's a lot. Since we had some new people just jump in here, I do want to bring this up one more time. If you do want to make donations anywhere, one of the organizations that Gypsy's mother and her took part in was Make-A-Wish Foundation. So that's always a good one to give back to if you want to make donations. Or Habitat for Humanity is another one. So with that, let's add the new look at her website here. Here it is. I believe it just launched today. Y'all don't even need to respond to Amy if you don't want to. I'm like, James, you know, I'm used to people hating. I mean, used to get news emails that people were like, I hate you because you covered a story about President Obama. I'm going to kill you. I mean, things, crazy stuff like that. That's just the nature of how it is. So, Morbid was shocked about what? That I reached out. I mean, well, to be honest with you, I'm not even sure Morbid knows what I do or has looked at my channel. I think him and I were chatting about engraving, which I do here, if you can see in the background on the side. And then we were talking about autism, and then I told him I have a true crime channel as well. So I did not talk to him about freelance or what I did in my past. But yeah, guys, I'm always going to confirm like facts. I don't play, oh yeah, okay, if you want to engage, do it, but don't feel like you need to. I'm always going to confirm facts. I don't play the rumor mill. That's just how it is. And that's why companies have media and PR teams to deal with when bad things happen. Every company has someone to handle when something bad goes down. But like I said, I think Ryan's good. I don't think he should be worried about his job whatsoever. I am going to put up that link for you, Cuff You, so you can join in and chat if you like. And then you and I can take a look at this this new YouTube page that was just launched. And I'm thinking the page was launched because Lifetime is not going to renew their contract or make a new season. You know what, Cuff You? I don't really like censoring people. I'm not easily offended. I just kind of like let it roll. So, oh no, Kathleen, no. I didn't think you said anything like that. So Cuff You, do you see the StreamYard link? You should be able to click on that. And I know you said you're on your mobile phone. You should be able to pull it up, and then I will see you. Okay, hold on. Let's see. It should be pinned. Oh, here's what I'll do. I will put it in the comments section for you. And we will do it that way. And also, Dawn, I wanted to check on you. I think you said no word on the transplant yet. I'm sorry I didn't get to like read every chat in the beginning because I was moving some photos and things around. So let me get this link for you. Hold on, stand by for 1 minute. So let me know if you've heard anything else. And if you guys did not know, Amy and I do a wellness files series where we talk about health and wellness and all of those good things because it's important. So that is the StreamYard link. You jump in there and then you can either use your avatar or you can use your camera, whichever you want. Then we can go take a look at this website together. While I'm waiting for you, let's go take a look at it. And it is YouTube at Magic in the Chaos. which I thought was interesting because oh, there you are. Hold on. Hello.
Hey. Oh, there.
How are you?
Okay. I don't know why my little picture is not showing up above. I got to figure that.
That's what. Oh, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Oh, sometimes you have to preset it. So that could be why. But
I can hear everything you're saying twice. There's probably
turn the volume down maybe on
my computer.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you, Carrie. I mean, I don't play around when it comes to
Okay, give me here we go.
Yeah, no worries. Take your time and figure it out. And maybe while I'm talking, you'll be able to figure it out better too. Carrie, I don't take doing freelance work, whether it's writing a health story or an entertainment story, as something as a joke. I'm going to fact check and reach out to people, and that's what I do. And I didn't feel the need to talk about it on Morbid's channel because I'm not sitting there to promote myself on someone's channel, especially on their birthday. My God. By the way, if you guys don't watch him, he has great content. He has a great panel.
I don't know why.
There you are. I was just giving him a shout out. If you
hang
guys
on
don't
one second.
watch him. Sure, yeah. Into the Weeds, welcome. He has a great channel and he goes live mostly on Sundays, but sometimes he just pops up whenever, and he does a great job. I don't know how he does it. He runs a panel of like 15 people at once, and for me that's hard. It's hard even just talking with 4 people, because you start to talk over each other. Cuff, you can you unmute? Oh, she keeps kind of just. I can hear you now.
Okay, perfect. It's fine.
It's a Verizon commercial.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just kind of explaining to them Morbid's channel. I don't know if you dropped in the other day, but I was like, I'm not gonna sit there and talk about what I do on his birthday. That's rude, but you need a fancy streamer mic like everybody else. I don't have a streamer mic, but Cuff, do you have one of those mics, or are you just using your mic on your laptop?
I'm using the mic on my laptop. Hang on.
I have one for my iPhone, which is really cool. If you guys don't use that website Temu, I'm telling you, it's the same stuff from Amazon. It just takes longer to ship. But yeah, while you're are you still kind of adjusting things? She keeps falling off. But I'm going to give her a second to try to figure that out. Like I said, you guys, if you want to make any type of donation, Make-A-Wish Foundation or Habitat for Humanity. And again, those clips we listened to were from Lifetime. I do not own the rights to them. Okay, adding you back. Looks like you fell off.
I know it says you are in this show, though.
Yeah, you're in. We can all hear you.
Okay.
So you're good. Can you see the Gypsy's YouTube page here?
Yes, I can.
Okay, let me see if we can.
Isn't that special?
A little bigger. What's kind of your theory on this? Because I was like, this means they're not getting renewed on Lifetime.
Yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it too. But I feel like this guy can't, right?
Yeah, I mean,
See, I mean, he's got to be. Oh God, I'm going to say this the nicest way I know how. So,
oh shoot, your mic cut out.
Ryan, I I didn't do anything.
No, you're good now. I can hear you now.
So it might be these headphones. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. Anyway, I feel bad for Ryan. I feel like um he is in love with her. I think he's still in love with her, no matter what she's done to him. I've watched all her little, ghetto videos and stuff like that. And I just feel like, y'all, honestly, I don't know why she's out of jail. I swear to God, that's my honest opinion. I mean, I just feel like she
Yeah.
shouldn't be able to have what she has right now.
I am a little confused, why announce, "Hey, I'm taking a social media break," um, and then not take the social media break.
Yeah.
Like, did you see the video where she announced, "Hey, I'm gonna be taking this break to get my life together," and da 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 da, and then there was the hand-holding picture and just kinda like one of those, "Our relationship is strong" type of thing. Girl can't I think she's addicted to the internet. I do.
Yeah. 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 And she uh, I mean, I just don't understand how both of them, and I know a lot is, but I don't understand how men don't see that manipulate. I mean, both of them, and I just feel
Your
like
mic cut out a little bit. You're
I don't
talking
know is
about,
what is going
um
on. I got all right, hang on.
no, you're good now.
It's got to be my headphones. Um, these are these. Okay, I'm just gonna stay real still. My headphones won't move. Yeah, yeah, I just feel really bad for both of them 'cause I feel like they're both being manipulated by her and the baby. I watched
Oh,
something you were on the other night. You were on with somebody else, but the baby was in the little swingy thing,
yeah.
the little
Yeah,
what's it called?
that was Storm Morbid's channel. Yeah.
Yeah, and that baby was, like, fixing to fall out.
Yeah, I almost
It's like she
kind of
doesn't care about anything. She doesn't pay attention to anything but herself.
I'm gonna be honest, after I said that out loud, I was kinda like, "Shit." Like, um, I don't wanna mom shame someone
No,
who's
no.
like a first-time mom, but I'm telling you, man, these things get recalled all the time, and, the first thing it says is, like, clip the baby in, make sure
Yeah,
you don't even leave the damn room because the baby could roll over. You never know when a baby's ready to roll over if it hasn't yet, and if it
right.
is rolling over, um, it was hard because, like, I don't wanna mom shame her, but she's got all these reminders on the wall to wash your hands and do tummy time and do all these things, but, you really should click the baby in, but, um, I don't know. I feel bad, but I don't in that sense. Like, she really needs to kinda I'm glad she has, like, um, other
Yeah.
people there, to kind of help her out and maybe be like, "Hey, you might wanna do this or you might wanna do that."
I don't
So,
feel like yeah, I guess my point with it was that's her child, and she doesn't pay attention to any herself, only how Gypsy feels. So, like,
yeah.
I feel like she's using Ken, and she's still using Ryan in a very effed up way.
Yeah, and I don't know why he's following it. And like, I just don't understand why Ryan doesn't cut off. I have to imagine that there are women reaching out to him on social media and are genuinely interested in him. And why doesn't he pursue that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand it either,
Yeah,
and
it's like he's
I don't know
like,
what I just
"What?"
oh, I fixed it. I can hear myself speaking 2 times, so if I sound weird or I stop, it's because of my headphones, not yours.
Oh, yeah, and
Um,
sometimes we get a delay too, like, sometimes when I go live with Amy, it's, like,
yeah, because like, I
delayed
turned
in
off
the
my
possible
TV.
parts.
Yeah. I turned
So
off my
let's
TV and I turned off my phone, so that's not what it is. Um, but,
so she says this website or this,
yeah.
is gonna be, and this is weird to me, okay,
Let me
so
read.
it's gonna be a family vlog, like, video blog, um, and I don't understand because we did that interview with ABC saying, "I'm going to keep my child out of the spotlight," and she's not. Um, damn, she joined yesterday, and she has about 8,000 subscribers already. And looks like she's been working on content. So she's either maybe pulling this from her TikTok already or okay, well, I'm kind of interested to check this one out. You want to watch this one?
Okay, so it's roughly 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Ken just went to work, and I put her down for a nap. Let's see how she's doing.
I'm personally not a fan of showing the babies, so I hope she doesn't.
Okay, now that I have some time to myself, I can take a shower. And I usually monitor her with this little monitor right here so I can see how she's doing, if she starts crying, if she needs me. I could hear all that via this monitor. So while she's sleeping, I am going to go take a shower. And I'm going to shave my legs because I'm looking a little rough. So this part of me having some alone time is some self-care, which I have been lacking in. At least my face puffiness is going down. Ooh. I have not done my nails in a long time. I think I may paint them. That might be fun. Ooh. I think I may do like a little face spa. Get my face all in order.
Girl, by the time you put it on, the baby will start crying again. Trust me.
They are looking all so ratchet.
We're not going to watch all of this, guys. But what I am going to do is I'm looking for a website, so that's why I'm taking a minute here.
Okay, that looks better. Looks much better. Oh my god, how long have I been growing that? I feel like hormones throw everything out of whack.
Hey, I got you back up. But
Yeah, can you
this
hear me?
video is, yes, much better.
Yeah. I had
she's
2 tabs open.
Oh, well, that makes sense why you were hearing double. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was saying it, I think she has been working on building content for this website, or she's using old content from TikTok maybe and revamping it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel really comfortable showing the baby, and she does. I hate that.
Yeah. Oh no, I
That's
agree.
just, that's just my own personal preference. Like this
Yeah.
child didn't have a choice in being a part of
Everybody,
the
so it's
family.
the first day of the family
But
reunion at the lake, and we are.
It just,
this is
I
like
don't know. I mean, it's so crazy how she
So we're supposed to
was
be
living
kissing.
with her mother the way she was, and now it's public knowledge. We all know she could walk. We all know that it was a lot of put on between mom and her. I think both sides were playing the game, in my opinion.
All right, let's see how the
And
rest of the
I think there
no,
was.
yeah,
Go ahead.
I agree with you on that. Because when I look at the pictures, the childhood pictures, it's like there were
Mhm.
some things going on. I'm not a doctor. I don't have a medical
Right.
degree or anything at all, but you can tell. I
Mhm.
do think that Dee Dee was trying to do what she could, but also
Mhm.
like I mentioned, those organizations, I don't think, Dee Dee was bringing in, money, so they kind of did what they did. Um,
To make money, yeah.
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 But that does not give any excuse to do what she did to her.
Right.
Taking a look at, so I remember this kind of
I
channel.
mean, her page is pretty. I gotta give her that. I like the top of it.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
I was surprised it wasn't like at Gypsy Rose.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. You're right.
I wonder if it's taken, because when I was trying to find her website, I kept
Uh-huh.
typing it in, and like other videos were coming up, and I'm like, what the hell? And then
Mhm.
when I went back to her TikTok, I was like, oh, I'm like, okay.
Mhm.
That's why. Okay, so in 2024 Halloween time, she was preggers.
Yes.
Damn, there's no way I would have walked
Uh,
around a park pregnant.
Can't be in there.
I know. And you know what?
Plays a squirrel.
No, it's a
I'm
fork.
like, dude. I mean,
Okay,
I think she
so
looks
I
good too.
planned
But I
to
mean,
go
it's
with
just
our
like,
trip.
God, he's got to
He
be
is
smarter than he is. I'm just like,
so
and that whole baby's like caught in the middle of it. And I feel sorry. So have we confirmed? I don't know the answer to this question. Is it Ken's baby or is it Ryan's baby?
Well, according to the DNA test she did, it was 99%. And then she put out the facts and she put all of that out there. Here's what I'm going to say about that. Playing devil's advocate, and I know the people in the chat were joking and kind of making fun of, like, oh, you reach out to confirm facts, that's weird. Well, let's
Why
say
is that weird?
that,
It's called covering your
right,
ass.
right. Let's say Gypsy did fucking Photoshop the DNA results. And I'm not shitting you. This
I
could
know.
happen.
I know. Yeah.
And Ryan goes and does his own test and finds out it's
Oh,
the
God.
baby.
Yeah.
That's what needs to happen.
Yeah.
And I sadly, I think Gypsy needs to let him do his own test to
I do too.
clear the air. If you're saying
Yeah.
this is not your kid, then let him do his own DNA test. All it is a swab of
Uh-huh.
inside the cheek, and you already have Aurora's stuff in the system.
Right.
Let him use the company he wants to use
Yeah.
to do it. But I mean, like, we only have her side of confirmation, and
Yeah.
we know AI can alter
Right.
things.
Oh, yeah.
I can pull shit up on Photoshop and alter it if I want
It's
to.
froze.
I can change her eyes to blue, or whatever.
Okay.
It's scary,
Yeah.
what you can do.
Yeah.
So I think that definitely he needs to do his own test, I think, for his own peace of mind. And if she cares about him the way she says she does, why not do it? Why not let him just have that peace of mind?
Wait. What's happening in this picture right here? If she's pregnant, did he just hand her his beer?
Is that the
I don't know. I'm like,
pretend beer? It kind of looks like a milky shake. Okay, this is the butter beer, non-alcoholic. Okay,
oh, I was
so
like, what?
yeah,
I was
at
like,
first I was like, "Whoa, girl!"
I
Yeah, so
know.
that's the non-alcoholic beer. But
Oh, that had me for a minute. I was like, girl, don't even make me come to wherever you live.
yes,
Like, yeah, so-
it's not anymore even about the swinging rocker. Shit.
right.
Oh
Right.
my god. But
Yeah.
yeah, so she's she's growing subscribers and just launched it yesterday.
Have on TikTok was like 9 million or something. It was like ridiculous. I happened to
Yeah.
go look at it. I was like, what? It was
Yeah, so
unreal.
she is reusing a lot of content
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
she's already
Sure
done,
is.
which I get it, you're going to, but
Uh-huh.
I think this is my guess is this page was launched because we are not renewing a Lifetime show.
She's only
And
got, yeah.
let's be honest, she's still going to monetize off of this.
Oh, God, yes.
So,
I mean, I
hey,
don't, honest to God, I don't see, and I'm not, again, you know how I am, Jen. I don't have a filter, so I'm just gonna say it. So I
no,
just feel,
say
I just
it.
feel like she'll never have a real job. Like she's always
No,
gonna depend on someone or do something like this, or she has this way of manipulating people. I mean, honest to God, it's she's probably one of the worst I've ever seen in my life. And I mean, I've seen a lot of,
I'm yeah, I'm impressed with her manipulation, to be
girl,
honest with
right?
you.
I know.
For someone that didn't graduate high school and
I
was,
know.
homeschooled, I'm pretty impressed with the way she does her interviews. And from someone like, I've done a lot of interviews with people. I would have been impressed in interviewing with her.
Yeah.
Just she was pretty articulate. And I think she probably learned that from Dee Dee.
Yeah, the interviews were impressive. I
Yeah.
have to agree with you on that.
And Dee Dee was not by any means dumb or anything like that. So I
Mm-mm.
think that, Gypsy, even though she didn't use, her regular skills like in a classroom,
Right.
learning socialization, all of those things we learn when we go to, a private school or public school, whatever it may be,
Yeah.
homeschool is always going to be a little different.
Oh, yeah.
So I was shocked, honestly, at
She was
her.
very articulate. She was very poised.
Yes.
She looked nice. I mean, I was too. I think Kathleen has a very good idea. I don't know if you see that
Yeah,
comment.
we should do that.
Yeah.
And also I'll pull Amy in on that too. Amy isn't really feeling so hot this week. She was
Yeah.
gonna join me, but I always Amy is like the one who's been on this case for a while.
Yeah.
And like I said, I just started my YouTube page 2 months ago. So I didn't, at the time feel comfortable talking about cases, but now that I don't do this full time in a realm where I feel it would be dangerous
Yeah.
to the people that I interviewed,
Right.
I'm comfortable with it. And I've never covered this story or the Watts story where I've interviewed, someone in it. So I feel
Right.
comfortable.
Yeah.
And we did a interview with Nicole Atkinson the other day, and we talked just about her breast cancer battle.
I know, and I
And it was
hate that I
amazing.
miss that. I really do, because I saw it after the fact. Like I just wasn't around, and I was like, "Damn!" So like I went back and watched it, but I would have loved to have
Um,
been on it because I would have loved to come on the panel and talk to her and just tell her what a magnificent person she is. I mean,
yeah,
she is.
I'm really trying to encourage her to share her health story because it's really amazing.
Yep.
She's openly said this, so I'm not sharing anything private, but
Mm.
she's dealt with a lot of trauma in her life.
Yeah.
And then the summer of 2018 happened,
Right.
and
Right.
then sure as shit, cancer always pops up when you're under stress. So,
Didn't she have cancer before Shanann though? At
no,
some.
it came after. It
Oh,
was
okay. I thought she had something
2019.
before too.
No. And so,
Oh,
it
God.
it was rough for her, and
Yeah.
she is a badass woman, and I
She
keep
is
telling her,
badass. Yep.
she has her own YouTube channel, but I told her, I go, you should go live more often, and you should talk about.
Yep.
She also has her cosmetology license, and I'm
I
like, you should talk
know.
about that. All the things. She has so much to share, and it doesn't even have to be about the case. There's so much
Right.
more
Right.
to Nicole than what happened to her. I texted this to her the other day, and
Yeah.
I said, there's so much more to you than the summer of 2018. And I don't mean to downplay at all, what
No.
happened for her best friend,
Right.
but you have a story that can inspire so many other people, and you should tell it. So,
Yeah, and I mean the biggest thing about her too, and it's wonderful for the whole planet to feel this way about you, is she's a hero. She really is a hero.
mhm,
Now, beyond that, she's a regular person that is going through a
yes,
horrible disease and needs support and love, and not to always talk about that horrible thing that made her the hero that she is. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
yes, because you almost relive the trauma. I'm going to my page. I don't know if it's showing in live in real time right
yeah,
now, but
yeah,
I'm
it
gonna.
is. There's
Okay.
something showing.
Um,
Yeah.
just so people can, if they want to go check that one out, it's this one. I will pause it, but um I mean, like, damn, the funny thing about it is, I
Oh,
when I got my
wow.
diagnosis, I started googling hair loss, right? And do I shave my
Yeah.
head? And I found her page, and I reached out to her because she did a video, and I was like, this woman looks so damn familiar. And I
Ah,
couldn't figure it out. And then I was like, oh my gosh, she's from the documentary. And
yeah.
so that's how her and I started talking to each other.
Oh.
And she gave me really great advice. She's like, shave it when you want to. Don't,
Yeah.
like, she was just really supportive through the entire
Mhm.
thing. And um someone I could reach out to and be like, hey, did you experience this? And she would just be
Mhm.
like, yep, I did. You're not
Mm.
weird. This is totally normal. So I'm hoping she'll come on and talk more about health and all of the new things she's doing too.
Yeah, and I mean, I've never had cancer, but I had a very serious disease in my mid-30s, and you may have heard of it. It's called Guillain-Barré syndrome. And
Yes.
yeah, well, I had that. And so I couldn't walk for almost 9 months. I
Oh
couldn't
my
feel anything
gosh.
from my waist down. So I've never been through cancer, but anytime it's just crazy how it affects you. And I don't know if you feel this way or not, but the people that I know that have had cancer, they say if they feel the slightest thing off once they've been in remission, they freak out. Like it's like,
Yes.
you
It's
know,
like you're a hypochondriac.
yeah.
Yeah.
So same thing
But
happened with my mine because I have neuropathy left in my toe, just my
yes.
toe. So I can't climb a ladder or anything like that. I'm very fortunate. But anyway, anytime my feet start to tingle or my fingers start to tingle, I literally freak out.
Yeah,
So
like you panic.
yeah, I
I
panic.
definitely want to have you on, like, you and I can email and figure out a time where we can talk about it, because it isn't
Yeah.
the most common thing to have, and that is one of the things I got tested for.
Really?
Because yeah, when I got diagnosed with MS,
Yep.
they're running blood work and all this stuff,
Hmm.
but an MRI was the thing that determined the MS. And
They thought that's what I had too was MS, but
yeah,
I ended up having the other. So
and it is very hard to diagnose these autoimmune
oh yeah.
diseases as
Yep.
well. So like that's one reason, like, I kind of get pissed sometimes when people are like, oh, Shanann was just like doctor shopping, and it's
Uh,
like, well, you don't know what she was feeling and what her symptoms were, so just leave it
yeah.
alone. Leave
Yeah.
her health issues, leave all people's health issues,
Yeah. Oh
in
my
the
god,
dust.
I just want to hug her. Like I'm sorry, I'm sitting here looking. I'm like I just want to hug her.
I
So
know,
what's
yeah,
the name of
she's
her channel?
okay, so let's pull it up. I should have
I'm
tagged
sorry.
her.
I know what you're
No,
talking about
you're
Gypsy, but
totally
now I want to
fine.
reach out to her. I'm like,
No, yeah, yeah, I want you to. And every time I, just so you know, like, when I live stream with people, I let's see, where is she? I thought I should have tagged all the girls, because Rose was in this as well.
yeah, and
Um I'll drop it in the chat
Okay,
because
okay, that's
if
cool.
I type in Nicole, it will pop up with Watts stuff or something like that. So
Yeah,
what
I
I'll do
copy and pasted one from um Kelly's chat the other night. She put it in the chat and I didn't have time, so I just put it on a sticky note on my desktop. I was like, snap.
yeah, but yeah, follow her channel and I've been
I will.
trying to tell her like share your story, share the products she's using now,
Yeah.
because I think we're kind of going off on health now, which is
I
fine,
know.
there's so much toxins and preservatives and so
Mhm.
many bad things, and it's important to talk about all of that. So I'm
You
telling
know,
her like,
so
do
yeah,
your
I'm sorry.
channel, girl. No, I'm
Well,
like, girl,
and here's the whole thing.
do-
So, like, we can get back to Gypsy on this segue right here too, because all of the medicine and all of the procedures and everything that was done to her, it is amazing that she is healthy. I mean,
yes,
just think about that. I mean, she
yeah.
lost her teeth because of medicine. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's just,
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it's just
I'm
crazy to think
floored.
about.
Yeah, I'm floored by it, and I'm also surprised she is able to go get elective surgeries, to be honest
I
with you.
know.
Um, and you saw that moment in the Lifetime show where she had a panic attack getting her blood work done.
Oh yeah.
Um, but you went and got a nose job and all these
I
things.
know. See, that's exactly what I was
Woo!
saying, Jen.
It's
That's it.
yeah,
You just nailed it.
it's like if you have post-traumatic stress syndrome from
Mhm.
the medical field, which like I was super scared of doctors, and we'll
Mhm.
talk about this when we do like our health
Yeah.
segment one day, but I had a C-section,
Uh-huh.
an emergency C-section where my epidural didn't work,
Oh, mhm.
and I felt everything.
Yep.
And I was angry and a little traumatized for a while, but eventually I pushed through it and I was like, I'm going to have another kid. I'm not going to let this,
Yeah.
scare me. But yeah, we definitely need to book something where we can talk more, and you can kind of inform people as well, what the signs are, what to look for, what type of
So
testing you
weird.
did.
Yeah, it is the
Yeah, I
weirdest
would love to
disease.
do that.
It is so weird. I mean, it just uh, yeah, that's definitely a good idea. But with her, I just want to say this about Gypsy too. It's like um honestly, I I didn't expect her after Dee Dee died and all of that. I didn't expect her even to do okay, like, make it through jail, honestly, because I thought she
Yes.
was that child that she was acting like she was, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I
And I'm
mean,
like, "Oh my god, they're gonna just kill her. They're gonna kill her." You know what I'm saying?
that's
It's like
exactly what
and
I thought.
yeah, and then when she made it out of there and then to see, like, how fast she flipped the switch and, like, got famous and all this other stuff, and I keep thinking about, um, I can't remember the guy that did it. I can't even remember his name, but
Oh, Nick.
yeah, Nick. Gaucher, right? And that's how you say his
I
name?
think it's Go to Jean.
Okay.
I always say Go to Jay, but it is Go to Jean.
Yeah, I feel so bad for him. He's
Yeah, I
mentally
do too.
ill and he has,
He needs
like
to be
autism or
yeah,
something, and I'm like, God, why is
yeah,
he still in jail? I mean, I don't know. It
yeah.
just makes
He
me
needs to
crazy.
be I feel like, I've talked about this with like Don. I don't know if he's still in the chat, but I feel like there should be mental
Me
facility
too.
type
Mhm.
um and there are sections like okay, like Chris Watts is in section 11 in
Uh-huh.
Wisconsin, which is for people who may be ill with cancer or have mental health issues.
Uh-huh.
But I think that someone like Nick needs something more, where he's actually getting mental health on a daily basis, not just more
I
security.
hope so.
Um, but yeah, I think he's in general population, and that like you just said about Gypsy, I worry
Yeah.
that how can he function and how maybe they do protect him and feel bad for him. I don't know.
But I mean, not only that, he has to live with the fact that she's out free.
Yes, and like living, let's be honest, she's living her best life.
Yeah,
She
I
really is.
mean, I don't know. My
Um,
heart just breaks for him. My heart breaks for she's like a train wreck. Like when she just plows through everything, and it's such a train wreck that you absolutely cannot not watch it. You have to watch it.
Yes.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like Honey Boo Boo. You know what I mean? It's
Yes.
like,
Yeah.
oh my God. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah. And I gotta do like I gotta put all my footage together on her too, because I gotta tell you, like, I'm so proud of her. I don't know if you saw any of the videos I did about her where I interviewed her when she was 7, but she has came out of it, man. Like,
yeah, yeah,
just and became something, just broke
yeah.
that generational curse of living
Yep, yep,
in a druggy, like, crap, paycheck to paycheck type life environment, and she is thriving, and I love it for her so much.
yeah, yeah.
So
I don't know, man. It's just has she written a book yet? Because if not, she needs to.
no, but she did a Lifetime movie where this is interesting, and I love that Lifetime did it this way. They let her narrate the story of herself, but
Uh-huh,
then actors played it out, if
uh-huh.
that makes sense. You should check it out, and
I
it will tell
will.
you. The character of Pumpkin is so dead on. I was like, that's Pumpkin. Like that she played herself. Like it is
Oh
so
wow.
good. Yeah. That
Yeah.
yeah, if you've watched the show, you're gonna be like, oh my god, that is Pumpkin. So
Oh yeah, I'll
um
have to watch it now. Now
yeah.
when we get off I stay up really late. I'm just like
I do too, girl.
I'm
You
a
know it.
vampire. That's what
I
all my
know it.
friends tell me. God, you're a freaking vampire. Like you never sleep. And I'm like, no, I don't. In fact, my husband, this is really funny. When I was mad at him, I would tell him, I'd be like, why don't you go to bed, honey?
Yeah, you
And
just go
he'd
to
be
bed.
all
You're
like,
like, "This is true crime stuff to do."
yeah, he'd be like, what do you mean? I'm like, just go to bed, sweetheart. It's like,
Funny,
he's like,
true story.
he would tell our friends, like, I don't know, I never know what she's gonna do to me. I'm like, I never did anything to him. I scared him a few times, but
Oh,
that's all.
that's so funny. And does
Hmm.
he know you're, like, into true crime too?
Oh God, yes.
Okay, so
Look,
then he's, like, really, like, scared to fall asleep then.
yeah,
He's like, "She has all these ideas." Actually, when we get off here, I'm gonna wrap it up here in a minute, but
okay.
I'm gonna watch the Kohlberger, NBC special with, Dateline and all the new evidence. I didn't get to watch
I
it,
know.
so I
I saw another show that was God. Who was it today? It was this new channel I found. You may know. It's called Criminality.
No, I will go subscribe to it though.
Yeah, they're really good, and they had a live stream on it today. And then you know Kimberlea, right?
Yes.
Okay, you know she has a live now.
Oh, okay.
It's
Are
Kimberlea
there
Live. It
certain
is
days?
amazing. She is doing so good. I'm like, she's gonna make me a model on her channel. But I'm like, I told her, I said, she was so scared. I'm like, girl, you are rocking it. I mean, she's already got like, I don't know, 17,000 subscribers on the live. It's been live for about
Damn,
five
that's
weeks. Yeah,
awesome.
yeah. So check that out too.
No, I will. I thought you were gonna say Patty Productions because he's one of the new ones too. And
Oh,
like
I've never seen
I've been
him either.
chatting with a lot of people this summer, and tomorrow, as long as Amy's feeling okay, we are
Uh-huh.
going to go live with Zawoki and we're gonna do all paranormal. So
Girl,
like
I love me some Z
yeah,
Man.
yeah. So if you're free, come drop by.
I will. I've already looked
And
at it. So
okay, cool. Because I told them, I'm like, I know you don't do panels. I said, but I do want to bring people up so they can share like their scary stories and like let's really have fun with this.
oh, I got a really creepy
Um,
one.
well, yeah, come drop by in tonight.
He's so
So
funny. He's so funny. Let me tell you this real quick, and I know I gotta get off. But he's so funny because he does those gaming lives at night where
he's
him and
live
his son
right
are
now.
gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
Yep.
one of them just said, "Let's go, let's chat. Come on live, let's go chat." So I went to one of them. I'm like, and I'm watching him think, okay, he's gonna quit in a minute and talk to us. I was like, I'm so done when it comes to gaming. I know nothing. But anyway, so I just sat there and sat there. I'm like, are we gonna talk? And like
That's
Zawoki,
so
like he
funny.
sent back, he says, "No, this is like a gaming live." I'm like, "Oh." I said, "Okay." I said, "I just stopped by to say I love you," and I left. And now every time he does a gaming one, I stop by to say I love you, and I just jump off. So
Oh, that's so funny.
yeah,
No, actually, it's funny you say that because he did an interview, or he did one of my videos, and then he had me talk at the end of the interview, and I was sitting there, no joke, for probably 10 minutes thinking he was prepping his equipment or whatever. And he goes, "I'm ready when you're ready." I go, "Are you kidding me? I've been sitting here this whole time thinking that you were like prepping your equipment." So,
See, the only
oh
thing I
God,
ever say to him, I'm like, slow down talking.
yes, yeah.
That's all I ever
He
say
gets
to him.
passionate. Yeah, he
Because he
so
gets so
passionate.
excited. He's so excited. And he really is excited. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I love him. I just
Yeah.
love him.
I just jumped it. I'm on my phone. I go, "We're talking about you in my live right now." So, well, why don't we?
He gifted me a live to Timeless Mysteries.
Did he?
I mean, a
Yeah,
membership. I'm sorry, a membership. Yeah.
and that's what I love about Zawoki is he comes to other people's lives,
He
and
does. Yeah.
you have to support other content creators,
Yeah.
and I got to tell you, in the past 2 months, I have learned a lot about some drama on this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
there
Oh
are people
yeah.
who are not going to like what you have to say.
Oh yeah.
And luckily, I've dealt with that in the industry that I worked in, and I've had people
Yeah, you
stab me
have,
in
I
the back
bet. Yep. Mhm.
and steal stories, and
Mhm.
it is what it is. And
Mm.
it's still a shock, and sometimes you'll say
Mhm.
to yourself, "Well, I just won't work with that person again," and you move
Yeah.
on. But
Yeah.
he is one of those people who shows up to other people's lives
Yep.
and supports them, calls them out, and whether you believe in his theories or not,
Uh-huh.
I support everybody. So
His his
definitely.
his facial expressions on the scary ones that he does.
Yes, his thumbnails.
I
Yeah.
live for those, and sometimes I just watch him to watch his face, and my son will be sitting here, and he's like, "What is wrong with you?"
He's
And
like, "What are you watching?
I'm
What's
like
this
laughing
Loki?"
my
Yeah.
ass off. Yeah, he's like, "Mom," I'm like, "I'm fine, leave me alone."
Oh god, that is so funny. Well, you know what? I'm gonna jump over there
Okay,
actually after we end this, so I'll meet you over there in a few minutes.
okay, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, thanks, girl. See
All
you
right,
soon. Bye.
bye.
All right, guys. So that is gonna be it for this evening. I want to thank you so much for joining me tonight and kind of just taking a look. I didn't want to talk too long about everything. I just wanted to take a second there and show you that Gypsy's got a new YouTube channel and give you an update that Ryan is still employed, even though it's summer break anyway. But, with that said, we had some people in chat. I'm always going to confirm my facts, guys. I'm going to reach out and confirm them. And that's how I do things. And there are other channels that don't do that. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. We've got to support each other. And speaking of support, I'm going to throw it up there one more time. If you guys want to make donations, direct donations go to Make-A-Wish Foundation or Habitat for Humanity. I want to thank you guys so much for coming out and joining me on your, what are we? We're Thursday night, aren't we? So come by tomorrow and we are going to be doing a paranormal live stream with Para Women Radio. Go subscribe if you don't. And Zawoki. I will see you guys then. And thank you so much for stopping by.